Hey, welcome back. And in this episode, I'm going to answer your question of how long should I practice guitar every day? Now, we all know practicing guitar is important. It's a must. We have to do it. But there's certain things that everybody to get their head around. And because as an adult, we don't always have all the time that we want to ourselves. We've got other responsibilities and commitments. And we're going to look at also what should you be practicing every day. All right, and if you stick around, I do have a free gift for you at the end. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so deadlines and commitments. We need to take into account what we are up against as an adult guitar player. And generally that is time. We've got other things vying for our attention and not as much time as we would personally like to look at guitar. We're also going to look at the amount that you should be practicing every day and ultimately what you should be practicing. All right, it's very simple and I'm going to lay it all out for you. All right, let's get into it. Okay, to answer your question is how long should you be practicing guitar for every day? That's going to come down to you. And what I'm going to say is like you've got deadlines, you've got commitments, you've got family responsibilities, work responsibilities, you name it, they're all going to vie for your attention. You're going to get called out on the weekend to look after the yard and clean up around the house and those sorts of things. So what we've got to understand is you've got to figure out, okay, what are those times? Often they're not negotiable for us. We got to look at, what we got to do. We got to care and love for our families and do those sorts of things. So we got to map out how long those things take before we look at our guitar. Because if you're just starting to learn guitar, you want to try and adapt the guitar into your current lifestyle. Not upend your current lifestyle to fit the guitar in. It's going to cause a lot of friction, especially on yourself, to do that. So just work out. That's step one. Work out what other time factors are involved, preventing me from getting as much practice in as I like. And I'm going to you may be surprised that you don't need 8 hours a day. So what is the ideal amount of time to practice? Now, contrary to popular belief, you do not have to spend hours every day practicing your guitar. All right, you're just looking to be a hobby guitarist. You're not looking to be a professional musician. So, and because you're probably into your 40s, 50s, 60s, you know that you're not looking for stardom or fame with this guitar thing. You're just looking to play songs for fun. All right, so the ideal amount of time to practice is whatever you can fit in. I know that sounds crazy, but what I mean by that is there a minimum amount of time that you can do every day, regardless of everything else that you've got going on in your life, that you can fit in? Is it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour? It doesn't really matter. It just needs to be every day. So what I often suggest to my students is coming in, you just, for the first couple of weeks, just do a bare minimum. So like if you can only manage 5 minutes a day, just do that every day. And what you'll find is that quite often you'll have more than 5 minutes. You look down at your watch, it's already 15 minutes past, and they're great days because they're just bonus time to practice guitar for you. All right, so you've got your minimum set. As I said, let's just use 5 minutes. You got your 5 minutes. You do that Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday you sit down again for your 5 minutes, and all of a sudden it's 20 minutes into your practice and you don't know where the time goes. Okay, that's a good thing. But every day on that Monday, Tuesday, you got your 5 minutes. On the Wednesday, you got your 5 minutes plus bonus time. Right? Then Thursday, you might only get your 5 minutes in, and that's perfectly fine. Friday, you might find you get half hour, an hour. It doesn't really matter. But like the minimum has been met every day, and that's what you want. Consistent practice, okay? Because as we know, repetition is the mother of all skills, but you've got to have consistency, right? We can't sit down for 1 hour, one day, leave it go for a few days, and then, oh, we got another few hours in. Excellent. All right, it doesn't work like that because as a beginner, you need to get these skills going, all right? And muscle memory needs to develop, and you're only going to do that by being a little bit each day, all right? So if you do just a little bit each day over a long period of time, you're still going to get there, all right? Because you're building up those runs on the board, so to speak. And it's not like stop start, all right? We don't want the stop start. You want to commit to yourself, hey, I can only do this amount each day. I'm going to do that regardless, no matter what. What I mean is you don't get called out to do the lawn. You don't have to run an errand, drop the kids off somewhere, all right? That's all factored in, but your minimum practice time is there, set in stone, and you just sit down and practice. So you've marked out your time, you've got your minimum amount of time going on, all the other commitments are taken care of, nobody's feeling left out. So what should you be practicing? All right, so if you're just learning guitar right now, I suggest you got your minimum practice time and all you focus on is just learning songs. All right, don't worry about theory. Don't worry about learning a bunch of scales. Don't worry about spider exercises or anything like that. Because when you learn songs that you love, you're going to be building up all those techniques anyway that you need to play those songs, right? The theory can come later. Most people don't need theory to get going. You're not looking to be a professional musician, and like in your first year, you really haven't got a lot of context of how to apply that theory anyway. So we're just learning songs. You're learning your chord shapes, you're learning your strumming patterns, the chord progressions, all right? Songs after song after song. And one, that is so much fun. It's not boring. It'll inspire you with motivation to keep practicing. And even if you've got that 5 minutes a day, you're going to see progress because one, you're being consistent, but it's fun. And then you're going to get those bonus times in. So what songs? I would suggest like 4 chord songs, nothing more. You can do less, of course. 2 chord song like Horse with No Name. 3 chord songs, Old Time Rock and Roll, Sweet Home Alabamas. Those kind of songs are perfect to get going, right? And you don't have to play it note for note to the record. It's just a strumming campfire sort of thing because you want to get your rhythm going, right? But you're working on songs. I can't stress that enough. Do not go down the theory road. Do not go down all the scales. Do not go and playing a bunch of lead because right now, all you need to do is just songs that people know and love and will sing along with you, all right? So that's my tips for all that practicing. Now that I've talked to you about how long should I practice guitar for every day, I do have a free gift for you that's going to make learning your guitar journey so much easier. All right, we're not talking about open chords, we're not talking about a bunch of theory, a bunch of scales, anything like that. We're just talking about songs that you could play today and have fun with, and you can see progress in your skill development, all right? And people want to sing along because they recognize the song. So you can add the singing, that's an optional thing. All right, and my free gift to you is my Ultimate 4-Chord Songbook. Now, this is just very basic, get you going, beginner level songs. All right, we're using the 4 chord shapes that I've talked about in other videos. We're working on our strumming patterns and our rhythm, so we're getting some good skills developed. All right, we're using the capo so we can play in different keys that most open chord shapes don't allow you to get to. And you get 1 song a month, all right? And in that song, you get all the videos, just short little videos, all broken down for you so you can learn the song at your own pace. All right, you get 1 song a month, and every month you get a new song. So there's like 10 songs in total there for you. I want to say this isn't a book, right? This is a video course, okay? And with that course, you get like the chord chart. What I mean by that, it's just on one piece of paper. The whole song is laid out there for you, so you're not going through reams and reams of paper just to find out what's the next chord. It's just all there, and it makes it so easy to learn because it's not visually overwhelming like sheet music or music scores. Okay, and all you got to do to get this free gift is just follow this link here and enter your details. You'll get your first song today, and then every month you get a new song to work on. And if you're after more tips on how to practice guitar every day, I suggest watching this video. All right, I'll see you on the next one.